The Real Mccoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he may take Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
Why does it have to be me, Kate? Why?
I see nobody knows why. It just happened that way, honey.
Oh, what's all this crying about? Kate, did she tell you?
Something happened at school, Luke.
Come on, Harris. You can talk to us. We're your kinfolk.
I just don't want to talk about it.
Well, now, when a woman don't want to talk, there really is something wrong.
Well, she never had no trouble in school back in West Virginia.
That ain't it at all. Hassie's class is having a party Friday night, and the girls all drew names out of a fishbowl to see which boy they'd go with. Hassie drew a boy by the name of Chester Mosley, and it seems that Chester is the homeliest boy in the whole class.
Well, don't that beat all?
What, now you mean to tell me that all that carrying on was just because she didn't get herself a handsome fella to take her to the party?
Why, back in Smoky Corners, when a boy took a girl to a party, the girl is supposed to be the pretty one.
That's true, Grandpa, but you gotta understand, no girl likes to go to a party with a boy she can't be proud of.
Yeah, I could have told you this. I know this was going to happen. Here we moved to California, and before you know it, the women get so high and mighty, can't be seen with a fella. Listen, he looks like one of them moving picture actors with his hair all stuck down with bar grease and smelling the high heaven of lilac water. I tell you, it's pitiful, that's what it is, just pitiful.
Grandpa, I think if Hassie drew this here Chester's name, then that's the boy she ought to go with.
You're darn tootin'. Hassie's a McCoy, and with us McCoys, a bargain is a bargain.
You're darn tootin'. Let's go tell Kate. Kate, honey, appears to me like maybe Hassie's starting off on the wrong foot. You know, there's more to look for in a fella than a good-looking face.
You're darn right there is.
She agreed to go with the boy whose name she drew out of that fishbowl. That's the same thing as a promise.
I know that, Luke.
There's a fellow outside to see Hassie. Says his name is Chester Mosley.
Well, that's the fella Hassie's supposed to go to the party with. Why'd you leave him outside? Why didn't you bring him on in the house?
He looks like he belongs in the barn.
Now, little Luke, that ain't no way to talk about Hassie's fella. Go bring him in here.
He's coming around the back.
Great balls of fire.
Whoop! Fella's got a right to be as homeless as he wants to, but it kind of looks like he's abusing the privilege.
You shouldn't talk that way about Hassie's fella.
Hope he didn't come by the chicken house. Them hens will quit laying for a week.
Hello there.
I'm Chester Mosley.
Yes, I know. Won't you come in?
I just dropped by to give Hassie these flowers.
Well, isn't that nice? Oh, this is Hassie's big brother Luke, and this is Grandpa Amos.
How do you do? I'm Chester Mosley.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, and this is little Luke.
Hello.
Hi.
Hassie wasn't expecting me, so if you'll just give her these flowers, I'll be going.
Violets. That's a mighty sweet thought. You just wait right here. I'll go get Hassie.
Hassie drew me out of a fishbowl. I mean, I'm the one she's supposed to go to the class party with. That is, if she wants to.
Well, I guess if you're the one she'd draw it out of the fishbowl, you're the one she ought to go with. I guess.
Hassie, you've just got to see him.
I can't. I just can't. Please tell him I'm sick or something, Kate. Please.
I've been reading about West Virginia in school. The 5 largest cities of the state are Huntington, Charleston, Wheeling, Clarksburg, and Parkersburg.
Hey, that's pretty good.
You're darn right. Chester's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yes, sir.
Chester, Hassie just loved the flowers, but she can't come out just now.
That's okay. I'm glad she liked them. I picked them myself down in the meadow. Well, what I wanted to tell Hassie was, well, even though she drew my name, that doesn't mean she has to go with me.
Now, hold on, boy. You ain't going to get nowhere with that kind of talk.
Chester, you want to take Hassie to that party, don't you?
Oh, sure. More than anything.
Then act that way. Don't act like a scared puppy or running off with his tail between his legs.
I don't know. If Hassie doesn't want to see me.
Oh, Chester, you know there's no explaining women. Most women.
Yeah, you know the trouble is, son, I think Hassie don't know you, see? Now, I tell you what you do. You ask your ma and pa if you can come over and have supper with us tonight.
Grandpa, I expect Chester's folks is wanting to have supper with them.
Oh, shucks, they can spare him for one night. Besides, we're having stew, and you know there's one good thing about stew. There's always room for one more.
And when it comes to eating, us McCoys always say the more the merrier.
Sure, the more there is around to pass the victuals, the less reaching you have to do.
Well, if you really want me to.
Of course we do. We usually sit down to dinner around 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, mind you don't be late now.
I won't. Bye, and thanks.
Hi, Hassie home?
Oh, yeah, Hassie's home, but I'm afraid she's not up to seeing anybody right now.
Just tell her Ricky's here.
Well, Ricky, I don't know. Like I said,
Ricky! Hi, Hassie.
Gosh, it sure is a surprise seeing you here. Oh, this is my big brother, Luke.
Howdy.
Hi. Tough break you didn't draw my name for the party.
Did you really want me to go with you, Ricky?
Sure, Hassie. You're the most. What do you think drew my name? Old creepy Doris.
Well, Doris is a nice girl.
Yeah, if you like that type.
Well, that Ricky and Hassie's got one thing in common. They both stuck on the same fella.
Well, I'll think of something to get out of going with her.
Well, I'm certainly not going with Chester.
Oh, she ain't, huh? Well, we'll sure see about that. Now, don't now, Grandpa, me.
All girls. Creepy Doris. She really gets in my hair.
She ain't gonna stay there long the way he keeps combing it. I wouldn't mind to throw that strutting peacock right out in the house.
Oh, throwing him out ain't gonna do no good. And inviting Chester to supper ain't gonna make Hassie like him anymore.
She's gotta like him. She's going to the dance with him, ain't she? It's just a matter of getting acquainted. Why, all they gotta do is sit down in the parlor and make all the difference in the world. I can see him now. Chester and Hassie, just a sitting there and talking and laughing. Well, anyways, this scarecrow was so goddamn scary, the crows took one look at him and they brung back the corn they stole last year. Well, that reminds me. Nice weather we're having. A nice day today, ain't it, Chester? Nicer day today than it was yesterday, don't you think, Hass? Well, anyways, I think it's going to be a nice day tomorrow, too. God darn it, why don't you two look at each other when you're talking? I got an ID. Music. I'll go get my sweet potato and play a tune so she can practice dancing for the party.
I don't want to dance, Grandpa. Excuse me.
Come on, everybody, we can sit down and supper now.
I'm sorry. I'm not hungry. I better go.
Well, Grandpa, I hope you're satisfied. I told you your meddling would only spoil things.
Spoil things? Why, Hassie and Chester's get along just fine. They just had the first quarrel.
Hi, Grandpa.
Hey, Hassie home from school yet?
Not yet, but I expect her any minute.
Gotta have a talk with that girl.
Oh, Grandpa, I'd leave Hassie alone if I was you. Can't you see, Grandpa? Hassie's at that age where she wants to decide everything for herself. If I ask her to wear a blue dress, she wants to wear a red dress. The more I try to force her to do something, the more she wants to do the opposite.
No wonder they call females the opposite sex.
See how your meddling done no good, Grandpa, so why don't you try taking my advice?
I don't need no female advice. I might have lost one battle, but what counts is who wins the war. I've been doing a lot of thinking. We've been going at this Hassie Chester thing all wrong.
We have, huh?
Yeah, I figured it out just like a general figures out a battle. We got to change our thinking. Now, if we try to force Hassie to go with Chester, we ain't going to get no place, because she's just at the age now where she likes to decide them things for herself.
Women are always at that age. What are you aiming to do, Grandpa?
Seeing as how I'm the general, here's my plan. Now, if we want Hassie to take a shine to Chester, we got to make her think we don't want her to, see? Because she's going to do the opposite of what she thinks we want her to do.
Grandpa, you ain't been doing too good so far. And maybe with this new idea of yours, we ought to get Kate's advice.
Oh, Dad Ratted, leave Kate out of this. Women don't know nothing about these things.
Well, if women don't know nothing about women, who does?
Now, look, son, seeing as how I'm the general, will you do like I say? When we sit down to supper tonight, we got to act like we're all through with Chester and all for Ricky.
No, Grandpa, that sounds plumb crazy. I don't want no part of it.
All right, be a deserter. Looks like I'll have to be the general and the whole blasted army to boot.
Mighty fine supper, Sugar Babe.
Sure is.
Thank you.
Hope Chester don't come along and curdle the milk.
I don't see what you got against Chester. A while back there, you said he's beautiful inside.
Even he is, he's wearing himself wrong side out. You was right, Hassie. You don't want to go with a homely boy like Chester. You want to go with a pretty fella like Ricky.
But, Grandpa, you and me don't like that Ricky.
Come with me. Now, look, little Luke, whose side are you on, the men's or the women's?
The men, Grandpa. Why?
All right. We're trying to make Hassie like Chester, you see, so we say bad things about Chester and good things about Ricky. You understand?
No.
Well, look, all you gotta know is women is opposites, see? If you want Hassie to wear the blue dress, you tell her to wear the red one. You got it?
Got it.
Yeah. Now, like I was saying about Ricky, you go with him and you don't have to get yourself all fancied up. If you stand alongside of a dazzling fella like him, why, nobody's going to see you. And another thing, Hassie, Ricky ain't only good looking, but he's smart. He knows he's good looking. Right, little Luke?
I think she ought to wear the red dress.
Hassie, why don't you go along with Ricky and...
Grandpa, you must think I'm just plain stupid. Do you really think that I'm so childish that I don't see what you're trying to do? You're trying to make me go with Chester, but I won't. I just won't. Even if I have to get sick first. I'll get it.
You want to raise the white flag, General?
Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Hassie. Come on out. I got good news for you. You're in luck. I got out of my date with Doris.
Gee, I hope she didn't feel too bad about it.
Who cares how she feels? I didn't ask her to draw my name. Boy, how she cried when I told her I wasn't going with her.
Must be nice to be so popular.
Well, it's a lot of trouble in a way. Same thing happened last year at school. Alice Brown drew my name. They had to ditch her to go out with Geraldine Bolton. See what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I gotta be going. I gotta call Geraldine. When I ditched Doris, Geraldine thought that I was gonna take her again. Oh, hold this for me, will you? Thanks. See you tomorrow, Hassie. Bye.
Bye.
Hassie. Hassie? Hassie? What's the matter, honey?
I'm so confused and mixed up.
Nothing to fret about. Almost everybody at your age is kind of mixed up. Grandpa, what are you doing all dressed up?
I'm going to town.
This late in the afternoon?
Well, the town's open all day, ain't it?
I know, Grandpa, but you won't hardly be home in time for supper.
Kate, I don't want to be in this house tonight to see my granddaughter break that little boy's heart. And I hope none of my kinfolk is looking down, because this is going down as the blackest night in McCoy history.
Now, Grandpa, I know how you feel about the way Hassie's been acting, but remember, she's just a little girl.
A little girl? She's a grown-up woman at 13.
I think you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
I don't want to hear no more about it. I'm washing my hands of the whole kit and caboodle here. Now, who took the egg money out of the sugar bowl?
It's in the cookie jar.
Grandpa, how come you're all dressed up?
I'm going to town. If nobody pays me no mind around here, there ain't no reason for staying.
Yeah, but if you're going to town now, you're going to miss supper.
I don't want no supper. I lost my appetite. Well, why don't you ask me why I'm all dressed up?
You're going to town.
At least there's one McCoy that's growing up to be smart. Just in case I get my appetite back.
I am ready, Senor Grandpa. What are we going to do in town?
We're going to forget our troubles.
I got no troubles to forget.
Well, I got enough for both of us.
Hi, Happy. I didn't get a chance to talk to you at school today. There's something I wanted to tell you. Well, what it is that you don't have to go to the school party with me tonight, just because you drew my name.
Oh, Chester, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to go with me after the way I acted that night.
Oh, it's not your fault, Hassie. You were disappointed when you drew my name.
Oh, you mustn't say that, Chester.
Well, it's true.
No, it isn't. You're a much better prize than a lot of other boys I know.
Gee, that's the first time a girl ever said anything like that to me.
I don't see why. You're nice, you're kind, you're sincere.
And homely?
No, Chester. As a matter of fact, sometimes you're real handsome. Like right now.
Gee, I better be going.
Do I look all right, Luke?
All right. Why, you're going to dazzle the eyeballs right out of that poor boy's head.
This dress does make you look beautiful, Hassie.
Yeah, and tall.
I sure wish Grandpa hadn't gone running off to town. He'd have been mighty pleased knowing you're going with Chester.
Yeah, well, knowing Grandpa, he'd probably be madder than a hornet, seeing as how it all worked out without him.
All right, Hassie. You take the dress off. I want to fix that zipper. And you can polish your shoes.
One apiece.
Hurry up, we ain't got much time.
You get the brushes, little Luke.
Last time I'll take you along to help me forget my troubles. 5 measly hours in town and you're all tuckered out.
Well, Senor Grandpa, we were on our feet the whole time. 2 hours bowling, 2 hours walking. For a whole hour, we stood in front of a window counting jelly beans.
Yeah, Peppino, you just ain't got it.
I got it, but my feet ain't got it.
Too many of them enchiladas make me soft. Hey, Mama, I'm sure glad you ain't around to see how your granddaughter's acting. Tried my darndest to get her to do what was right, but it wasn't no use. Girl's headstrong. Like your side of the family. Come in.
Evening.
Who are you?
I'm Chester.
Chester? Well, what are you doing here all slicked up like that?
I'm taking Hassie to the school party.
Come sit yourself down. Where's your glasses?
I took them off for Hassie.
See? That's what a woman will do to you. Get you so you can't see straight. Hey, Chester, there's something I gotta tell you. I don't want to tell you, but I gotta tell you. Hassie don't give a hoot about you.
Well, she's going to the party with me.
That's just the point. She ain't going to the party with you. I'm sorry, son, but she don't take to you no more than a hen takes to water.
But she said...
I don't care what she said. You can't trust a woman. Now, you might just well run on home, because Hassie ain't going with you. She's too sick to go.
Sick? What's the matter with her?
A woman don't have to have nothing the matter with her to be sick. I'm sorry, Chester. I done all I could.
Oh, hi, Chester. Oh, I thought it was Chester.
It's me.
Gee, I didn't recognize you. You look so different.
Now, Hassie, if you're all gussied up to go to the party with that Ricky...
Wait, Paul. Hassie ain't going to the party with Ricky. She's going with Chester.
Well, how long has this been going on?
Well, if you hadn't gotten mad and run off to town this afternoon, you'd know about this.
Sure do look nice, Chester.
Yeah, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Thanks. We better go.
I want you to know I'm glad I'm going with you, Chester.
You like me better without my glasses?
Well...
Without them, I can't see how pretty you are. Gee, you're even prettier than I thought you'd be.
Hassie, you forgot your shoes!
Well, Grandpa?
Well, it's like I said. Hassie's a McCoy, and I know that if we left her be, she'd do what was right. Because deep down inside, us McCoys is fine, decent, honorable, and sneaky.